welcome to At the Movies with Smokey. This week, we'll be taking a look at the newest addition to the Star Wars canon and film series, Solo. A Star Wars story, the one where he is alone because it's a spin-off. He's all alone this time, no one else is there. I don't have a lot more material to say, so let's just get right into it. Warning, there's gonna be spoilers. Like right off the bat. Disney is back at it again with another Star Wars spin-off, only this time it's not as enjoyable or good or well written and even more predictable. So, things I liked about this movie. I really liked the Imperial ground battle, that was fantastic. Why doesn't Disney just make a film about that? The wars in Star Wars. They got pretty close with Rogue One. I love Darth Maul, he's my favorite part of this movie, and I would say his appearance makes this whole film worth it. And actually, Maul was played by Ray Park, the actor who played him in Phantom Menace, and voiced by Sam Witwer, who voiced him in Star Wars Rebels and The Clone Wars. If you're wondering why Darth Maul's in the film, well, that's because you probably haven't watched the great television series Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and or Star Wars Rebels. In that show, it's revealed that he lived and he got like thrown in the trash basically and dumped on some trash planet, and he made himself like this cool mechanical spider body, and then he was discovered by his brother, and his brother brought him back, and then he got some cool metal legs, and he and his brother Savage Opress, they like started this like criminal syndicate thing on Mandalore, home of the Mandalorians, and he tries to kill Sidious, but that doesn't happen, and then he gets tortured, and that was the last time that we saw him. Until Star Wars Rebels, where it's revealed that he's just living his life, basically. But now we know what happens in between. He becomes a criminal syndicate leader again. This is a very fan-servicey film, which is cool, I guess. There are a lot of references to other Star Wars films and characters and locations, like Bossk, or the Mos Eisley Cantina, or even Aura Singh, the bounty hunter with the giant fingers, who is revealed to have been killed by Woody Harrelson's character, Beckett. I like the Indiana Jones Easter eggs. If you didn't notice them, they're in Paul Bettany's office. There's like a giant crystal skull on one of the tables to the left, and below that is the golden idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I liked Rio, the four-armed monkey man, voiced by Jon Favreau, until he died almost immediately after being introduced. Also, I like that Warwick Davis is just himself, and he also had some actual lines where he got to talk normally. Alden Ehrenreich, or however you pronounce his last name, was fine as Han. Donald Glover was great as Lando. I liked his love for capes and his memoirs that he records. Also, he probably fucks his robot. Emilia Clarke is good as her character, Kira. Look, the cast is exactly like the movie. Average to fine. Especially Emilia Clarke, she is definitely fine. Heyo! L3, Lando's droid, it was hilarious. I think she's probably my favorite character in the film. Phoebe Waller-Bridge did a great job with the character, and I love the robot rebellion on Kessel. That's probably my favorite scene in the movie besides Darth Maul. Also, I like that Han just royally fucks up the Falcon. It's not even his ship at this point during the Kessel run, and then after he wins it from Lando in Sabacc, he just fucking left it like that for the rest of his life. Like, he could have had it repaired, but he just didn't. Also, Han shot first. So, things I didn't like. Most of the movie. The pacing felt off, the writing was mediocre, I didn't really care for the story. Oh no, I wonder what's gonna happen. You think Chewie's gonna make it when he falls off the train? Han, like, he gets everything from someone else, it seems like. He gets his fucking last name from some random Imperial officer when he can't think of anything, and he's like, I'm alone. Alone. Alone, singular, solo, that means alone, I'll have your last name be Solo. That's the summarization of that scene, where you learn his last name. He gets his blaster from Beckett. It's like a regular, like, rifle that he disassembles into just a little blaster for Han to use. He gets his ship from Lando, which I'll give him that one. He figured out Lando's tricks and with like the Assassin's Creed card up the sleeve thing and like caught on to that and used it against him. The plot was so predictable. Although in the third act, when they deliver the fucking fuel, I already forgot what the name of it is, and I like got out of the theater like a half hour ago. Anyway, I like the quadruple cross that happens where you think it's fake and then it's not fake and then there's nothing there and then they get ambushed, yada yada. I didn't see that that coming. Probably because I kept spacing out during the movie. Listen, I'd like to talk more about this film, but I'm currently losing all memories of Solo, a Star Wars story. It's quickly being replaced by the song Dancing in the Moonlight by King Harvest. It's just such a good song! We get it almost every night. When that moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bargain, they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things light. Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Really though, you can like Solo, a Star Wars story, the one where he's alone, because it's a spin-off, he's alone, it's a solo film. If you want, you can still get some enjoyment out of this crap. But I just did not have a good time during this film. I kept spacing out, like I said earlier, and I just wasn't interested in the storyline or really the characters. It was boring. There wasn't actually a whole lot of Han's character in this film. It's basically just Han on an adventure. I didn't find it very fun or enjoyable. However, because of that awesome Darth Maul scene, I'll reluctantly give this film a thumbs up. I'll see you next time at the movies.
I'm feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine. I'm loving Cloud City, my head's in the sky. I'm Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo, I'm Han Solo,